Plan your first trip to New York. From iconic views at the Empire State Building to modern art at MoMA, here's what to see for your first time in NYC. Visiting New York City for the first time is exciting and possibly a little overwhelming. With so many landmarks, museums, and neighborhoods to explore, knowing where to start can be tricky. From walking through Central Park and crossing the Brooklyn Bridge to taking in skyline views from the Empire State Building and seeing the lights of Times Square, the city is packed with unforgettable moments. To help you plan your perfect trip, this guide gives you the 10 must-see sites for first-time visitors to NYC, with plenty of fun things to do in the Big Apple along the way. Central Park, the largest park in Manhattan. Right in the heart of Manhattan, Central Park spans 843 acres. A peaceful escape from the city where you can still see some of the New York's most famous sights. For your first time in New York, stop by Umpire Rock for skyline views, Bethesda Terrace for a great photo op, and Bow Bridge for one of the park's most scenic spots. You can also visit Strawberry Fields, the memorial to John Lennon, or rent a boat on the nearby lake. What not to miss in Central Park? Don't leave Central Park without seeing the Bethesda Fountain, Strawberry Fields, and Umpire Rock, 3 of the park's most iconic spots for first-time visitors to New York. American Museum of Natural History, New York's largest natural history museum. As one of the best museums in New York City, the American Museum of Natural History spans 45 permanent halls across 26 interconnected buildings. Look out for everything from delicate plant specimens to towering dinosaur skeletons in the grand entrance hall. Part of a collection of more than 34 million fascinating objects. What not to miss at the American Museum of Natural History? Don't miss the African Mammal Hall, the life-size blue whale, the T-Rex, and the Harriet and Robert Heilbrunn Cosmic Pathway at the American Museum of Natural History. Address 200 Central Park West, New York, New York, 10024. Opening hours daily, 10 a.m., 5:30 p.m. 5th Avenue. NYC's most famous shopping street. If you're visiting New York City for the first time, a walk along 5th Avenue is essential. Stretching for 6 miles through the heart of Manhattan, it's the city's most iconic shopping street and home to many of New York's top tourist attractions, including St. Patrick's Cathedral, Rockefeller Center, the New York Public Library, and the Empire State Building. Start near the Flatiron Building or Washington Square Park, then head north, admiring window displays, historic architecture, and monuments along the way. What not to miss on 5th Avenue? While walking 5th Avenue, don't miss Rockefeller Center, St. Patrick's Cathedral, the New York Public Library, or the luxury stores Tiffany & Company, Saks Fifth Avenue, and Bergdorf Goodman. Empire State Building, a historic NYC skyscraper with a classic observation deck. Getting the best views of NYC is high on every visitor's agenda, and rightly so. With the Empire State Building, top of the Rock, One World Observatory, Edge, and Summit. One Vanderbilt to choose from, there's an observation deck in New York for all tastes. For your first trip to New York, the Empire State Building is the city's most iconic landmark and delivers that quintessential Big Apple experience. From its 86th floor open-air deck, take in famous sights like Rockefeller Plaza, Times Square, and the Hudson River, while the enclosed 102 end-floor observatory takes you even higher for a complete 360-degree view of the skyline. What not to miss at the Empire State Building? At the Empire State Building, see the 86th floor observation deck, the 102 end-floor observatory, and the interactive exhibits tracing the building's history and cultural legacy. Address 20, West 34th Street, New York, New York, 10001. Opening hours daily, 9 a.m., 10 p.m. Museum of Modern Art, MoMA, New York's leading museum for modern and contemporary art. MoMA is one of New York City's most celebrated art museums, home to masterpieces by Van Gogh, Warhol, and Picasso, alongside influential works by artists such as Frida Kahlo, Georgia O'Keeffe, Faith Ringgold, and Jean-Michel Basquiat. Its vast collection spans modern and contemporary art in all forms, making it a highlight for anyone visiting New York for the first time. The museum's rotating exhibits and permanent collection, featuring over 200,000 pieces, cover painting, photography, sculpture, film and design, so there's always something new to explore. Insider tip for MoMA: if you are short on time when exploring MoMA, look out for the most unmissable works on display, including Monet's Water Lilies, Warhol's Campbell's Soup Cans, and Van Gogh's The Starry Night. Address 11. West 53rd Street, New York, New York, 10019. Opening hours Saturday, Thursday, 10:30 a.m., 5:30 p.m., Friday 10:30 a.m., 8:30 p.m. Grand Central Terminal. New York's most iconic train station. Due to its prominence in film, TV, and photography, visiting Grand Central Terminal comes with an instant feeling of both awe and déjà vu. In addition to the iconic architecture and unique constellation ceiling, it has numerous shops and restaurants. Downstairs near the Oyster Bar is one of Grand Central's best-kept secrets, the Whispering Gallery. Stand in opposite corners of the arched entrance and speak facing the wall. You will be able to hear each other as if you were speaking face to face, not meters across a crowded NYC station. What not to miss at Grand Central Terminal? Seek out the Whispering Gallery at Grand Central Terminal, and don't forget to look up at the magnificent celestial ceiling on the main concourse. Address 89 East 42nd Street, New York, New York, 10017. Open 24 hours. Times Square, so bright it can be seen from space. Times Square is the heart of the city and is a must-see spot for first-time visitors to New York. Home to the theater district and the city's New Year's Eve celebrations, it is world-famous for its advertising billboards that shine bright day and night. By evening, Times Square transforms as crowds gather to watch street performers and admire the neon light show. No matter whether you're visiting alone or exploring NYC with a group of friends, this is a great place to soak up the energy that defines the city. Insider tip for Times Square: stick around Times Square for the Midnight Moment, a 3-minute art show that takes over more than 200 billboards every night at 11:57 p.m. Address Manhattan, New York, 10036. Opening hours: open 24 hours. 9/11. Memorial and Museum. New York's tribute to the Twin Towers and 9/11's terrorist attacks. On the site where the Twin Towers once stood, the 9/11's Memorial and Museum pays tribute to the victims and survivors of the September 11th attacks. Through powerful memorials and exhibitions featuring artifacts, personal stories, and rare photographs, the museum documents the events that changed the United States and the world. In 2001, the 9/11's Memorial, with its 2 vast reflecting pools set in the footprints of the towers and surrounded by the names of every victim, is free and open to the public daily. It's a moving and meaningful place to visit, especially for first-time visitors to New York. What not to miss at the 9/11's Memorial and Museum? At the 9/11's Memorial and Museum, take time to contemplate the Foundation Hall, where you'll find the last column and part of the original retaining wall that withstood the 9/11's attacks. Address 180 Greenwich Street, New York, New York, 10007. Opening hours: museum, open Wednesday, Monday, 9 a.m., 7 p.m. Memorial open daily, 8 a.m., 8 p.m. Brooklyn Bridge. The iconic bridge connecting Lower Manhattan and Brooklyn. A first-time visit to NYC isn't complete without crossing the Brooklyn Bridge. Walk or cycle across this iconic landmark for the most striking views of the Manhattan skyline. If you can go first thing in the morning, you'll see why this is one of the best places to watch sunrise in New York. When you arrive in Brooklyn, look for the famous NYC Instagram spot in Dumbo on Washington Street, where the Manhattan Bridge is framed perfectly between red brick buildings. It's a popular photo stop, so go early to enjoy it without the crowds. Insider tip for the Brooklyn Bridge. Make your way to the park at Empire Fulton Ferry and spend time at Pebble Beach. For incredible views of the Brooklyn Bridge, East River, and Manhattan skyline all at once. Statue of Liberty, New York's most iconic symbol of freedom and hope. The Statue of Liberty is one of the most iconic symbols of New York and a must-see for first-time visitors. You can take a sightseeing cruise to admire the statue from the water, or book a tour that stops at both Liberty Island and Ellis Island. On Liberty Island, you can explore the grounds or climb to the crown, while Ellis Island houses the National Museum of Immigration, which shares the stories of millions of arrivals to the US. Insider tip for the Statue of Liberty. To see the Statue of Liberty from the water for free, ride the Staten Island ferry from Manhattan to Staten Island, which gives you great views of the harbor and lower Manhattan.